You're welcome back from that short break. And now in the studio with me is a very special guest, a talented individual, a person that wears multiple hats. And I'm talking about, MC Diamond. He is in the studio with me, and you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much.
So I noticed you're a comedian, master of an
Ceremony.
ceremony, and also
OAP.
OAP.
Yeah.
For people out there, what is an OAP?
Okay, basically, OAP is you an OAP, and I'm an OAP because,
But people out there don't know what an
yeah.
OAP
So
is.
an OAP is actually an on-air personnel. An on-air personnel. Yeah,
Mm.
so that's who I am.
And I'm also an OAP.
Yes, she is an OAP.
So you're welcome to the
Thank you
studio,
so
sir.
much.
So we're looking at the challenges in showbiz. So what do you when you say showbiz, what is it all about?
Okay, so a lot of people must have come across that word showbiz
Mm-hmm.
and they may not know
Know
what the
what it
meaning
is.
is.
Yeah.
Showbiz in simple term means show business,
Okay.
like the wholesomeness of getting, implementing, and carrying out a show activity. What
Mm.
that simply means is uh, the pre, the production, and the post production of an event,
Okay.
ranging from a musical concert, a comedy show, even sometimes just those entertainment events.
Okay.
So the process of coordinating it,
Mm-hmm.
producing it, and making it
Bringing everything
work.
together.
Yes, and also the process of making money out of show, out of
Okay.
having an event, out of making people happy, making it working up, doing a musical concert, and people are there, and at the end you go back home with money. So it's more like the business part of show.
Mm. Okay,
That's
so
what it's
what are
called,
the
showbiz.
criteria for a person that wants to go into that career?
Oh, okay. So first of all, you have to be talented.
Okay.
Most times, talented in the part of
Everything entertainment.
everything entertainment,
Mm.
understanding the business.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not much of a big deal. It's more like a buying and a selling.
Mm.
So, but this time around, you're buying and selling talents.
Okay.
All right. So there are lots of businesses in showbiz,
Okay.
a lot of them, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of profession, a lot of businesses. So one of them is talent management.
Okay.
There are a lot of talent managers that are making a hell of money. Now, an example is you hear a musical artist tell you he has a manager.
Yeah.
The manager is doing a whole lot of work. It's not just manager. I mean, most people just think managers are just individuals carrying the artists around. No,
Mm, yeah.
they schedule events for the artists. They even look for the events for the artists. Sometimes they help the artists listen to their songs, analyze it, and tell
Mm-hmm.
them if it's even making sense. There are a lot
Mm.
of work they do. Now,
Okay.
another work you need to know is a show host. That's why I follow it.
Mm-hmm.
Event host.
Yeah.
That is another part of showbiz, as well as everybody that makes the event work
Mm.
is is into showbiz.
Okay. So, as a show host and doing everything you're doing, how do you manage your time?
Well, it's just more like a banker. Asking a banker how does he manage
So
his
you
time.
have a manager. Let's say you have a manager.
Well, for
Oh, you're
now,
the manager of.
I am the manager of myself. You know, so because I can double as a talent manager, I'm currently managing a musical artist.
Okay.
Yes, as much as I'm a comedian, a show host,
Mm-hmm.
event host, OAP, and an
Mm-hmm.
actor. I also manage an artist.
Okay.
So how do I manage my time? Sometimes I'm even a show organizer.
Oh.
Yeah, because I have one coming up. But meanwhile, how do I manage my time? Most times we just get a PA or a
To
young
help
boy who is
you.
trying to also understand the
Mm-hmm.
craft,
Mm-hmm.
and you carry them along. You know, as much as they understand the business, they're also putting in value for you. You
Mm.
know, helping you make some schedules, helping you to, do those little things you need to do. At the end, they get reward for their time.
Yeah. So talking about the challenges. What are the challenges the show business person?
Okay, so I'm going to use primarily the my forthcoming event to explain to you what the challenges
Okay.
are. So for a showbiz person who organizes show,
Mm-hmm.
basically it's more like starting up a business.
Yeah.
So when you want to start a business, the primary thing you do first is get your capital.
Mm-hmm. How do you
So
source the income?
how do you source your income? Now
Mm-hmm.
that's part of the challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So the number one challenge for hosting a show, for being in the showbiz business, is capital. So for you to have a proper show, you need finance.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you think about is hall.
Yeah.
How do I get a space for people to come and have fun?
Mm-hmm.
How do I even create the place to be comfortable enough?
Yeah.
The
The
beauty of the
ambience.
ambience, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So all that boils down to money.
Mm-hmm.
So the number one challenge of a showbiz person is finance.
Yeah.
So to another challenge is building your talent. Like I told you,
Consistency.
there is a business
Mm.
in every aspect of the showbiz, and there are professions. So, like I told you, an event host. How do you become an event host? How do you even start? You have to learn from the scratch. You have to follow people, learn from masters, and those are the challenges. And that period of going to learn, you have to be feeding because nobody's going to
Definitely.
be feeding you. You're trying to understand the business. You have to, also manage your life and get yourself in a proper state to be able to understand the business.
Okay.
And show business is not the type you just sit down, read YouTube manuals and go
And
and do
then
it.
learn
Nah.
what it is.
It's something you practice.
Mm.
Every aspect of show business, you have to practice it. At some point in this town, I have hosted an event that I didn't make money
At all.
at all. 1 naira.
It
And
just
funny
went
enough, the
down.
budget, the budget for that event was about 3 million naira.
But
All
was it
went
a
down to
success?
it was a success, but I didn't make money.
So at least it was a success.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
It's a success, but how do I feed? So, it's growth. So that was the first edition of my show,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm putting on my shirt right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was the first edition. Then there was the second edition, which just happened last year. And
And
this year we are gearing up to the third edition, which is happening this weekend.
then you've looked at the mistakes you've made and
Yeah.
corrected them.
As a matter of fact, last year was awesome.
You see?
I don't need to tell you the profit I made.
I would love to
but
hear.
but over time, like I told you, the first edition I didn't make a profit.
Mm.
The second edition, which was last year. Now, after that first edition was in 2017. I
Okay.
had to go on a break for a long time till
To recover.
2022, just this 22 that passed.
For you to
How many
recover.
years? Not really recover, maybe to understand the business more,
Mm.
watch other people how they do it, learn and unlearn, think of what I did wrong, and the
Mm.
fear of attempting again.
Yeah.
That's another
There's a
challenge.
fear. There's a
There
fear.
was another fear. There was a fear. Anytime I will remember in 2020, I made up my mind. I was going to do my show.
Mm.
After 2017 to 2020, I started planning. And I just feel something is not going in place. The fear of dropping the show date or flyer didn't allow me to do that show.
And it took you all this long.
And that was it.
So thinking about these young guys that follow you, all the boys that are attached to you in order for them to understand what it is all about. Why don't you, or do you have a training school?
Okay, so
They pay
and
to
learn.
be trained. You don't get it. You don't get everything in school.
Oh,
The experience makes you
yes,
who you are.
yes, yes.
So, but then when we have that training, I think that will help.
Actually,
But do you have something like that?
well, there is really nothing like that in mind currently.
Mm,
But I think you just made a suggestion, and I should look inward.
mm,
I think there are some young ones that need to learn what we are doing, the ropes of this
mhm,
job.
mhm.
Sometimes it's not really, as a matter of fact, this job, with this job, I've been living in Abuja.
It has been paying
With
the
this
bills.
job, it's been paying the bills. I'm married with two sons.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
my wife
good.
just gave birth last week. Yeah,
Congratulations.
so With this same job, I've been able to, do a lot.
So, someone out there looking at you and wants to be MC Diamond.
It's simple.
He can't just be looking at you, but not knowing your
They
experience.
don't. You can't.
But then if you are there to
Yeah.
teach, I think that will help the growth.
Okay, so yes, I'm going to give it a shot.
So,
I'm
which
going to give
brings
it a
me
shot.
to my next question about this event that is coming up.
Oh yeah.
What is it
So
all about?
I'm a very special person. That's what I'm going to say. I
Mm,
usually think about out of the box.
okay.
So there's been a lot of comedy shows.
Mhm.
Most of them doesn't depict the indigenous Nigerian culture
Okay.
and Nigerian mindset actually.
Mm,
So I came up with this show. The title is August Meeting.
okay.
So a lot of people keep wondering why are you doing August Meeting in September? I told them if you know about August Meeting, it's an Igbo kind of meeting. It's an
Okay.
Igbo culture kind of meeting
Okay.
that the women usually meet at August or September within that period of time
Mm-hmm.
to discuss. It's called August meeting, not because of it's done in August, but because the word August, when you say August visitor, it seems this person is very important.
Wow.
So the August meeting is important meeting. August, a very important meeting.
Mm.
August visitor, August meeting. So August meeting is important meeting. So this meeting is me gathering of people who want
Different.
fun lovers,
Mm.
people who wish to enjoy good comedy, good content, good
Okay.
music, good good talk, good dance,
Mm.
who just want to unwind, and they just come sit down under a very
And have fun.
beautiful atmosphere, listening to good comedy. First
Okay.
of all, it has to be censored. All my
Okay.
comedians know it's not a vulgar thing, it's a family friendly show. So you
Okay.
come in, sit, laugh, unwind, meet a
Mm.
lot of new people.
Mm.
When you are laughing together with people, it's easy to, talk to a
Yeah.
person. So it's a place you socialize, you
Mm.
unwind, you have fun and enjoy yourself. So it's happening this weekend, on Sunday. So we've done the first edition 217. You know the story already.
And I know you have
And
made a
last
lot
year,
of money, so I'm sure this one will be something else.
well, it's awesome. It's going to be an awesome experience. I just want people to, life is just so hectic.
Mm.
That's why we always look for avenues and opportunities to make people laugh. Laughter is a therapy you may not even understand. And that's why I said, see, the challenges of showbiz
Mm.
is making a lot of people run away from showbiz. Because how can I, who is an agent of happiness, be
Mm.
unhappy? So I have to make money from it so I can be happy to make you happy.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much for coming on the
Yeah,
program.
I appreciate it.
Ah, and I'm sure it's gonna be a success.
I hope so. I pray to God.
Yes. Wow. I told you right from the beginning, he wears multiple hats. He's very talented and he has something beautiful. When you make a lot of people happy, it's just not making them happy, you also make yourself happy. And I've been talking with, MC Diamond, the guy that wears a lot of hats, and he's an OAP. You know what that means? We're going to short break and we'll be right back.